Guys, I'm worried about vaccines, the COVID vaccine that is. And you know I talk about it all the time, but what I haven't talked about is the fact that I'm worried, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because I'm worried about the vaccine being safe or effective, because as a physician, I trust if it goes through all the trials, and they do the trials properly, they interpret the data properly, they do what they're supposed to, the scientists that is, and everyone else, and it goes through FDA approval, I trust it's gonna be safe and effective. That's not my issue. But you know what I'm kind of secretly, but not so secretly anymore, scared about? I'm worried about us messing up the vaccine situation. That's right. Let me give you an example. Remember test kits, COVID test kits? That's what we used to call them back in January and February when COVID was brand new. We used to call them, where are the test kits? Where are the test kits? Where are the test kits? We didn't have tests back then. And funny enough, it's 5-6 months later, we are still having problems getting people tested. We still have shortages. Now we're having delays in getting test results. We've messed up testing of COVID big time, and it's not fixed yet. Testing has become politicized in a way. It's become so many different things. So you know what I'm worried about with the vaccines? I'm excited that we have vaccine candidates going into phase 3 trials. I couldn't be more elated, but you know what's in the back of my mind? Is that, oh, that's gonna be messed up too. In the sense that vaccines, they might become politicized. And who's gonna determine who gets vaccines first? And is that going to be fair and equitable? The people who determine that, are they going to determine that the right people get it first? Oh, and when people are determined to get it, are they actually going to be able to? We're still having problems right now getting nearly tested for COVID. I'm worried about if we're going to be able to get the vaccine. Now, I pray to God that I'm wrong. Please don't let this video be sort of a mantra or sort of a prediction of what's to come, because I pray that I'm completely wrong. But you know what? I'm completely worried about it. That's right. Now, there are a couple of organizations that are supposed to be working on who gets the vaccine, in terms of who gets it first. Because when we get the vaccine, not everyone's going to be able to get it at the same time. We're not going to have enough doses. So there apparently is a committee that's been established by the National Academy of Medicine. But typically, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, the ACIP, is the committee that's often determined who gets vaccines and when they get them. So I hope they're going to work together. I hope that there's going to be, basically a collective process determining what's best for people. I don't want any problems is the bottom line. Now, when we think about who's going to get the vaccine first, second, etc., well, we think that, high-risk people should probably be up at the top of the list. We think about healthcare workers. Those are frontline workers, essential workers. But remember, essential workers is not just healthcare folks, right? It's people who are firefighters and policemen and things like that. People who work in grocery stores, who work in sanitation, all of that stuff. But then you have other groups, right? What about pregnant women? Where do they fall? What do people who are older, where do they fall? If you're 65 and older, where do you fall in the spectrum? And what about, say, race? How does that play a role? We know that African Americans are disproportionately affected by COVID, like big time. So is race going to be prioritized? Should it be prioritized? How is this going to work? Guys, I have a lot of questions, and you can see I'm fired up about this because I'm worried. And I pray, I'm saying this again, I pray that I'm wrong. But we have messed up so much about COVID thus far. I'm just gonna be honest. And I don't think that we have the leadership and have had the leadership to really have a good top-down process. And I'm worried that that's going to affect our ability to get the vaccine and get it promptly and get it to the right people when the time comes. Hope I'm wrong. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know. I hope we do better with the vaccine than we did with tests. Please share this video with other people. And if you're interested in daily health content, I do daily health videos on my page here. Please like and follow my page. Also, if you're interested in sending stars, I answer your questions first, guys. I'm Dr. Caudle. As always, I love you guys. I will see you soon.